Great win, by the way, to get it started, 66 to 57. And I know that. I mean, this win is important. Every win is important, but given the week that your team had last week, I think this win maybe represents a chance to, as we were talking to Lampkin, a chance to move forward on a positive note.
Yeah, it is. This is a good win for us. I mean, it was a heck of a week last week, and as a coach, you're on edge, and um, I was just really proud of the way the guys responded. It's hard playing against teams like A&T. We're struggling record-wise. It looks like you're supposed to win, but I know Coach will tell you these are some of the toughest games, and you're
Coach tells
trying to
me that all the
get.
time.
You're trying. You're sitting there, and you look at Hunt, and he makes one layup, and you're thinking, okay, this is the one that's gonna get him going, because he's capable. But I was just really proud of our guys. Two things stick out to me. One is that we finally had a positive in assists, 16 assists to 10 turnovers, and for me, it was one thing I stressed is that we just need to make the simple play. Like we don't have that guy that's gonna make all the fancy play. We don't have that. We just need to make the simple play, and inserting Lampkin and Towns into the lineup, I thought they gave us a big boost, both of them, especially Anthony in the first half with his energy, effort. He's able to give us a presence. He can score down there on the box. And then Lampkin, uh, to me, in the second half, one possession, he got 3 offensive rebounds. That was like a big key for us, and I think that got him going.
Before the final seconds ticked off the clock, Coach almost couldn't wait to talk about Lampkin and Towns. He was circling their names because he was excited to talk about them.
Well, Lampkin, Towns too. They go from playing a lot last year, then all of a sudden they're playing some of the early, then they don't play very much. But the last couple of games, Lampkin's for his rebounds, for his minutes played, has been really good. Right. I like guys that. Hey, one thing about basketball, you can go back to practice and you can whoop on some guy, and you can show coaches that you should be playing. You can make the team better. So it's not like some sports where you can't really do that. So I always tell guys, don't feel sorry about yourself. Have great enthusiasm, get out there, improve, and be ready for your opportunity because you always get the opportunities. Just what you make out of them. Right. I thought both those guys played well. I thought Towns inside. But I was impressed with him, not only his quickness and his heart and his effort, but he can go to his right, but he goes to the left a lot better than I knew he could. And when you get in the post and you can go right or left, I mean, you can do the head fakes and go one way, go the other way. That's pretty effective. He can be tough to guard in there.
The one thing about Anthony is that before Anthony had sprained his knee earlier in preseason, leading up to the first game against UCLA, he was playing well at that point. He really was. He had stepped up. He had done a lot of great things for us, but that injury kind of set him back. And with Jacob, I've kind of challenged him, and Jacob would tell you I've challenged him all year because to me, I felt like Jacob was out of shape. I felt like he's out of shape, and I feel like I'm looking at his minutes now. He has 11 rebounds in 21 minutes. To me, if he gets in better shape, it's going to get better. It can get better. But what I will give him credit for, Jacob, that is that I've rode him hard. I've made him earn every single thing that he's gotten, and he's earned it. And tonight, I think everybody's seen when Jacob was at his best.
I was going to say today in shoot around, you sat back in one of those chairs. You said, "Man, I want someone to impress me. I just want someone to try and impress me." And I thought maybe Lampkin did it with that sequence where he got the 3 offensive rebounds and finished with the 3-point play.
I always wanted post guys. If I thought I had good post guys, I thought they should shoot 58%. I mean, they're going to take a lot of shots around the basket. They're going to be laying it up. They should be getting a tip in. They should be getting a run out once in a while. So tonight, those guys are 12 for 20. I mean, that's 60%, and that's what you want from post guys. I mean, if the perimeter guys, TJ was solid, but if the perimeter guys have any game at all, this goes to 20 points, and then you have a nice, comfortable win. But you know what? Down the stretch of the game, when it gets to 3 and you have to execute, you have to make some free throws, that's always good for the team too. Even though it's not good for the coach right now, but it's sure good for the team.
Yeah, and I thought we did good things down the stretch. It's a little different. In my quest to try to do some different things, at times you got to slow the game down because that's how you got to manage our guys. And they're learning, but a couple games I felt like we could have got better shot selection. You go home and you start playing the game back, you're watching the game and you're looking, you're like, man, we could have got a better shot on that possession. But tonight, I thought that we executed our game plan. And if we didn't have the first option, we were able to go to something else, and that worked too.
Yeah, I mean, you go from maybe last game having 12 or 13 shots that you probably want back
Right.
to this game maybe 4 or 5.
Right.
You know,
No question. No question.
nice cross right, the Americans play that cross right inside. They still didn't know how to guard it. You should have ran it every time down the court. They still didn't know how to guard it.
Well, I tell you, you know how it is. I'm from the old school. I played with some old school coaches. They say you run it until they stop it, and sometimes you even continue to run it even if they think they stop it. So.
Coach, thanks for stopping by, man.
All right,
Get some
thank
rest.
you.
We'll see you
Thank
Saturday
you.
against Fresno.
Thank you.